I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm late. I know you're surprised, right? My stuff was at the house. I have another watercolor palette down here, but my brushes were all up at the house. So anyway, I had a bus butt up there. Now I'm sweaty. Anyway, welcome to Whatcha Paint Wednesday. I'm going to get my laptop opened up so I can see comments. I gotta turn that here on now. Let's see who is here. At least the picture's not upside down. We got that much going for us. Let's see if I can get a better picture. Here we go. Hi, Liliana. How are you? I need to get something so I don't get paint on my nice t-shirt that I've only wore once. So I have my apron on. I am painting a watercolor today. Hi, Lisa. Colleen is in the house. Hello, Colleen. Liliana, I am sorry, but I don't know. I can't speak your language and read your language, sorry. So I don't know what you're saying, that's my bad. So, this is, you know how there's, like, if you're doing cross-stitching for, like, maybe for a retreat, or you're making an exchange piece for a retreat, or, you know, a secret pal or something like that. They call it secret stitching. Well, this is secret painting, even though I'm doing this publicly. This has something to do with the retreat I'm going to next month. So this was my cute little sign in case the live started and I wasn't back yet. Okay. How's everyone doing? What you working on today? So I just got back Monday. Held by the Quilters Station in Lee Summit, Missouri. It's called the Cross Stitch Extravaganza, and it was incredible. It was so fun. There was 150 attendees. There were a couple of people that had to cancel. So there was, 148. 5 designers plus a special surprise guest. So 6 projects, 6 people, designers, 6 projects. It was quite amazing and tons of fun. I managed to go table to table and talk to every single person there, so that was my goal, and I did it, and it felt so good to meet everybody. You're working on a secret model stitch. Awesome. Very nice. It was epic. Just listening while at work. You work from home. Very nice. Nothing like being your own boss and working from home. All right, let's, I mean, maybe you're not your own boss, but if you work from home, you have to have some discipline, right? So you're kind of your own boss. You don't have someone breathing down your neck. That's how I look at it. All right. I realize some of my favorite brushes are in this thing for whatever reason. Yeah, I came home to many deadlines. 2 are stitching ones, both due by the 18th, which is Sunday. Is that Sunday? Anyway, They're smalls, thank goodness, but still, I have to get them both done. I worked about 5 hours on one of them today. I'm half done with it. 5 hours. I must have been doing some other things in between there because it's tiny. I can't believe it took me that long. Can you see my palette? Let me move this over a little bit. It's always fun to see when the artist is mixing color, I think. Can you guys hear me okay? Coming in good? Ooh, pretty, pretty. Ooh, I need paper towel. Dadgummit. I love painting with watercolor. It's fun. It's so different than working in acrylic. Obviously, it's a whole different thing. Again, with painting, no matter if it's watercolor or acrylic, it's done in layers. The more layers, the more interest. So Kevin and Kyle are still working on Expo orders. So Expo was 3 weekends away. Yeah. And I'm getting messages every day from shops. Did you get my order? I'm live, just so you know. Oh, cool. Thank you. I always like to warn people when I'm doing a live video so they don't embarrass themselves. You just never know.
Oh, yeah.
Or embarrass me. So Kevin was supposed to go with me to the retreat, but with Expo, just didn't feel right, leaving when there's all these orders to get out. So he didn't go. So it was 12 hours, and I just went, on the way there, I went 7 and 5. And on the way home, I went 6 and 6. So it wasn't horrible. Hold on, guys, I'm getting something to towel. I think. I gotta find it first. Mama and Jerry are doing good. Jerry and Kyle are going next week down to Florida to pack everything up. They haven't found a place to live, but they want to just get everything up here so that when they do find a place, they are ready to, do that. So that's taking place next week. And yeah, they're inching closer to getting everything together that they need to get into this one place that they're looking at, which is where Bree and Eric and the grandkids live. It's a very nice park, but they needed some, paperwork that they didn't have because who travels with those kinds of documents? When they came up here, they didn't realize they were going to move up here. So anyway, so inching our way closer to finding them a place and just enjoying each other's company as much as we can, So yeah, doing good. Hi, Phyllis. I've missed seeing you. My mom passed away on 8/26, and I haven't stitched or watched much floss tube. I miss her so much. Oh, Phyllis, I am so, so sorry. Oh, that's just heartbreaking. Yeah, I don't blame you. Just take time to grieve and don't worry about stitching. Don't worry about anything. Just, everyone has to work through it their own way. Yeah, I can't imagine. Um, I will. I will show the retreat piece here in a minute. I was gonna kind of wait and see if we got any other, get a few more people on here before I show it. All right, let's start on that. Can you guys even really see that? Yeah, I guess you can. It'll start coming to life. I have to get this painted today. So because I have to get things made with it. So here's the deal. I sent out the model, the piece to be model stitched. And, a lot of times you have a good year in advance to prepare for a retreat. Well, for Stitch West, there wasn't quite that much time. So, because, we weren't even sure it was going to happen, if the dates were going to work out, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, to no one's fault. I mean, at all. It's just the timing. So, the piece that's out being stitched, she's doing such a beautiful job on it. She's one of my model stitchers that has been with me forever and does a beautiful job and is very, she's a very good stitcher, but she's also very conscientious about color and if things don't show up or whatever. So anyway, she's working along on that and it's coming along beautifully. She sends me pictures, progress pictures, and it's going to be so pretty. Well, I have I have another piece out being stitched, and then I have a teeny tiny thing that I'm doing that I'm going to stitch because it's tiny, really, really small. So I figured I would stitch that. And then, anyway, timing wise, I'm running out of time because the retreat isn't until the end of October, but Mr. Wims and I plan to go early and explore out west. So we are leaving, you know, like in a week, like 2 weeks before the retreat actually starts. There's a little bit of pink in there, so I've never seen a pink oil, but hey, why not? We're going to put layers over it anyway. So what I'm getting at is, like, I need to have everything, the retreat kits done and ready to go, before we leave, which I don't have everything in yet. And some of the things I want to make to put in the kit, I haven't even ordered yet because I was waiting to get the stitched piece back. Well, I decided I don't have that kind of time, so that's why I'm painting this. I will use the art instead of the stitched piece for a couple of the little gift things that'll be in the kit. That's what I'm getting at. So hopefully anybody watching this isn't going. Well, Colleen, you're going, so you get to see a little bit, but this is not the main stitched piece. I will tell you that. But anyway, I have to get this done today, and I thought, well, I'm going to kill two birds with one stone, and I'm going to do this while I do Witch Paint Wednesday. I didn't hear from Kristen, so I wonder if she might be in Florida. I haven't talked to her since I got back. Hi, everyone. Love the painting. Thank you, Teresa. Oh, I'll take hugs. Hugs. Thank you for the hugs. So anyways, and then I have a fabric line also that is due before I leave. And yeah, just a lot going on. And then that chair, which, I've started working on that during Witch Paint Wednesday. Well, I haven't worked on that in a couple weeks because of Expo and because of the retreat I just went to. So yeah, I have like a million deadlines right now, and I'm trying not to stress about it. I'm just like everything always gets done. I'm not going to worry about it. What I decided to do for the chair is next Wednesday, I'm going to get up. I'm coming right down to the studio and I'm going to paint on that chair all day next Wednesday until it's done. Like, I'm not going to quit until it's done. Because that'll be a huge relief to have that done. Hi, Terry. Welcome. Hi, Julie. First time commenting. Well, thank you. Thanks for being here. Okay, so I'm just going to show you real quick. This was the retreat piece for the quilter station. This is the main piece that I gave to them. And there's a little story that goes along with it that I shared with them. So the fun fact with this is when I was designing this, it was February of this year. And February in Michigan is like the gloomiest month. We may have like 3-4 days with sunshine. It's just gloomy and cold and dingy dark. You know what I mean? Those winter days. So I was designing this and I did it I'm thinking spring. So I did a red house. I had, pink and faded red colors in here. And then I had it all designed and completely done. Thank you, Julie. And then I decided, thank you, Teresa. Thank you, Colleen. So then I decided, oh, wait a minute. This is going to be September. I should do fall colors. So I went back to my computer program and I changed out all the reds and pinks for oranges and rusts. And I'm telling you what, it just came to life. It was so meant to be. I love that rust color house. So fun. So the name of it is Piernice Manor. And Piernice means partridge. And which is, a large round bird, blah, blah, blah. This does not look like a partridge, but he is at least brown. He's a folk art bird. And then manor is a country estate or a country home with lands. And I wanted it to have trees and land. And the domestic animals, like there's a cat, a dog, and a goat. Those are the domestic animals. And then we have a deer, we have birds, butterflies, and a rabbit. Those are the wild animals. And I wanted the wild and the domestic animals to symbolize harmony. And then why a goat? Well, my goat story is because when the guy that built this house, so we're the second owners of this home. The guy that owned it before us, he actually built it. And when he cleared the land to make room for the house, there was tons of poison ivy. And I don't know if you know this, I did not until then, but goats eat poison ivy, along with everything else that grows, your grass, your hostas, flowers, all of that it would eat. But it ate the poison ivy. And he lived in this house 10 years before we bought it, and we've been here 21. So guess what, guys? The poison ivy's back. I told Kevin we need to get a goat, but we're not going to. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is and how to get rid of poison ivy without, killing the surrounding plants. So that's where we're at with that. So that's why I put a little goat. I kind of, fashioned the piece. It doesn't look like our house. Our house is not 2-story. I mean, it doesn't look at all like our house, but kind of, I know what it's like to have land and have wildlife visit your yard. So that was kind of my thinking for that. Jan, hello. Rent a goat. Right? It still would eat all the hostas. It still would eat all the things we don't want it to eat. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. Rent a goat. Is that like really a thing? Oh my gosh, that's too funny. Trying to make a blush color for my Little Mermaid. Rent a Goat, right? 1-800 Rent a Goat. You do? For real? You have it out there? Isn't that interesting? My problem is I'd fall in love with the goat probably and I wouldn't want to give it back. I kind of do that with animals. Then again, it might tick me off if it's eating all my flowers. But then again, you know, some of my flower beds are so bad. Like, I really do need to start over, and a lot, I'd say like 80% of them need to be just tore out and redone anyway. So I guess if we're going to rent a goat, this would be the time to do it, right? That's hilarious, though. How's all your home improvements going, Colleen? I know you were getting your house painted, and doesn't that feel good? Having that done, that's wonderful. – 1-800 Rent a Goat. I love that. I want to do a floss tube so bad, but I have so many deadlines right now. I don't feel right spending, 3-4 hours doing floss tube when I have other things to do right now. So I don't know, and I'm hoping to get one done in the next week or so, but it just depends on how much I get done, how much, other things I get done. We shall see. I hung out with, let me see, awesome, all painted, except have to do my door with navy. Ooh, and this weekend, new toilets. Nice. Oh, you're getting a nice overhaul. Oh, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So at the retreat, I got to hang out with Rita and Linda Lautenschlager from Chessie and me. I mean, I think every night went out to dinner with the two of them. Well, no, that's right. One night, Linda was out with another group, but I was out with Rita and Lady Dot. Lois was with us that time. Anyway, just really got to know those ladies, and oh my gosh, such amazing women. I mean, jeez, it was awesome. And got to meet Elizabeth Ann Stitch. I've met Liz Matthews, but we got to visit a little bit more this time. And Kathy Barrick, of course, her mom. Got to, talk with Alma, and it was wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. I think he needs to be more red. He's kind of orange. You be careful with yourself, Teresa. Cold and flu season is coming and you need to be rested. Ugh, cold and flu season. Another reason not to like winter. Yes, rest is best. On the way back from the retreat, like I said, I drove 6 hours one day and 6 hours the next. So it allowed me time to just kind of shop, like antique my way back home. I went to 3 antique stores and I found treasures at each one of them. I thought about doing a separate haul video and not putting it in my floss tube because there's so much and people like to see antiques, and I don't know, I didn't know if I should put it in my floss tube video or not. Just make like a separate antique haul. I'm thinking about that anyway. But thank you, Jan. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had quite the message from a lady. I'm not going to give names or anything, but um, a lady came up to me. I'm going to tell this also. I'm doing a live later today in Patreon. So if you're watching the video now and then you're going to watch it later on Patreon, you're going to hear the story again. But anyway, I had a message from God relayed to me through a beautiful soul, a sweet woman at the retreat. And she, God bless her, she was so apprehensive about telling me. I think she was nervous of how I would react or what I might think about it, you know. But she knew she had to tell me. She actually had this message laid upon her heart, and then she said when I was going table to table, when I was at her table, she got the nudge again from God, like, you need to tell her what I told you to tell her. Yeah, isn't that wild? And guess what his message was? Slow down. Yep, slow down. Why am I filled with so much inspiration if I'm supposed to slow down? I don't know. It's very difficult for me to slow down because I love everything I do. You know what I mean? And it excites me. But yeah. I mean, I've been saying for a while now that something has to give. I said that in my last Patreon live video. Something has to give. So yeah. But I mean, hello, that's a message right from the source. So yep. Yep. Right, Jan? Right? It blew my mind too. Like, when she told me that, I just got the goosebumps. I was like, wow. It was like, I've been thinking it anyways, and I mean, even voicing it out loud. I said it to Kevin, and you know, and I said it on my live video, and so, you know, and this is kind of funny too. So, okay, let me back up. So that was probably, come on, Teeny, Boo Boo, come on. Unless you're not gonna use that thing. So, oh God, I'm gonna lose my train of thought. So I've been voicing that anyways. I need something has to give. Like, I have to give up something. I don't know what it is yet, but I got to give up something. And so then, of course, I get this affirmation from this lady that I just met, and I mean, that was just a total affirmation of what I've been thinking. And the funny part is, not funny, but just, I guess, just how I am. You know, God probably was giving me that signal the whole time. That's why I kept saying, I got to give something up. I got to slow, you know, I didn't say slow down though. I just got to, you know, ease the load and give something up. Anyway, later, no, actually before that, like the day before that, the surprise guest at the Quilter Station retreat was Lois of Lady Dot Creates. And she's so funny. She said to me, she's so hilarious. She's got this sense of humor that is just dry and witty, but yet she just tells you like it is, type of thing. And she said to me, she goes, you don't get hints very well, do you? And she said this the day before this lady said this to me. And I just laugh. I goes, well, evidently not. Why? What's up? And she goes, I've hinted to you several times at market that if you, you know, basically that I would do finishing for you, because I love Lois. She's so funny. She goes, because when I watch your videos and you're using a hot glue gun with that chenille, she says, oh my gosh, I just grab my hair and pull it. She's like, you're going to melt the chenille. Oh, I was laughing so hard. Oh, gosh, she's a hoot. She's so funny. Lois should be an inspiration. I love Lois. Never met her, but enjoy her. She is amazing. She is a ball of energy. This woman has been through so much with her cancer and she has beat it, but she still has some lingering issues because of the chemo and stuff and the radiation, and she's working through it. But you would never know it if you met her because she is a ball of energy. She has so much energy. It's like, whoa, she could run circles around me. Yeah. So I thought that was funny though. I get this from Lois. Like, you don't take hints very well, do you? And then I get this, lady coming up to me and telling me that. I'm like, okay, I guess I don't get hints very well. Oh, that was just too funny. Funny but serious. You know what I mean? Like, I got to take that serious. It's for real. Hi, Daisy. Oh, she gets all that wildfire smoke like you guys. Yeah, she's in California. Wait, where's she at? Modesto, I want to say, but that didn't sound right the minute it came out of my mouth. I can't remember, but yeah, she's out there. Oh, I would love to visit her when I'm out that way in 2024. Planning ahead, y'all, planning ahead. Cheryl didn't take hints either. Oh, she was having hints. Wow, no kidding. I did not know that. Really like that color of that whale. Let me see if I can get that close enough. He's I mean, it's gray, but there's a little pink in there, a little bit of yellow maybe. It's a really pretty gray color. Can you see it? It's pretty. Older sister is visiting at Cheryl's this week and next week. Pacific Northwest retreat, then home again. Yay. Oh, how fun. Oh, that's going to be so good. How fun, Colleen. I can't wait to hear all about it on your guys' floss tube. I don't know why I'm working on the bottom. I don't normally do it this way. I want to add some fun colors in there. Some blue green. Well, one thing I do want to start doing is working out. I got to get back into that. I don't know. I'm such an all or nothing person. I got that from my dad. Like, I either work out every day or I don't work out at all. And I worked out 6 days a week for probably 15 years. And then the past 4 years, I don't do. Yeah, maybe more like 3 years. The past 3 years, I haven't done diddly squat. Like, I'll start and then I do it 2 days and then I don't anymore. I'm thinking about getting this elliptical machine because I had an elliptical machine and I really like those. So it's in my it's in a shopping cart on my computer. I just haven't pulled the trigger. The thing I don't like about them is this one is actually fairly compact compared to a lot of elliptical machines, but I just don't like the looks of them. It's going to be in the downstairs and I don't know, but I know I'll use it because I used our other one, but the computer on our other one was broke and it was making a loud noise when I would use it. I mean, it was pretty old. So when we remodeled the basement, we got rid of it. But I like those. Cheryl has one that holds her robe well. I know a lot of people buy those things and then they don't use them. But I know I would use it because I had, like I said, I had one before and I used it. And I mean, you can be on that and put on a half an hour sitcom and you be laughing through it, and the next thing you know, you're done and you're sweaty, but you're like not miserable. You know what I mean? So yeah. it's funny. I was telling Kevin about what that lady told me at the retreat, and he happened to be at a wedding reception that night when I was telling him, and so he's telling all of our friends. I was so sad to miss this wedding because it was some really dear friends of ours. Anyway, uh, he was telling our friends at who he was sitting with there at the wedding reception. He was telling them about this lady's message, and they go, when she said, or when he told them that she told me to slow down, they're like, oh, why has she been speeding? Like, seriously, people. I thought that was hilarious. Oh my gosh. It's funny though, I tell you what, on my way home, that did cross my mind. I'm like, well, I usually drive 5 over, 6 over. Maybe I shouldn't. Oh god, it's too funny. No, a lot of time alone in the vehicle to think about things, my work, my career, what I want to do, what I don't want to do, what I, possibly can do less of or whatever. I got some really good advice because I was talking to Jean from the attic, Rita, Culture Station, and Linda, Chessie, and me. I told them at dinner that night, and they were like, "Wow, that's amazing. That you got that message." Blah blah blah, and so Linda, she gave me some advice. Linda's been a cross stitch designer for a long time. I don't know what year it was when she started, but she's full of wisdom and the nicest person, and is so willing to share her knowledge and wisdom with others. And so she was sharing some nuggets with me, and I'm going to take her advice. Yeah, I'm going to take her advice. Oh, taxi. Yes. Wait. Where are we at? I've been designing a quilt for your patriotic line. Comes out. I wish it was 2023 already. You're going to sell your elliptical, Daisy? Oh, that's funny. Um, oh my, OMG, that makes me think of my, what makes you think of your favorite taxi episode? I did watch that show. You are going to be way ahead of the game, right? Your trip was a blessing then. Yes, my trip was quite the blessing. And I'm telling you what, I'm disappointed in myself that I forgot to take, like, I didn't take hardly any pictures. I didn't take any video of like Rita's store. I was so absorbed in trying to find like linen colors that I don't have and stuff like that, and just with my jaw hanging down, drooling over everything that I saw at Rita's store. All y'all that like fabric, that are quilters or make projects and things sewing, you have got to somehow get to Quilter Station. It is so gorgeous. I mean, Rita is. It was so funny because at dinner I said to Rita, because that woman I think works more than I do, and I said, well, maybe that message was meant for you, Rita. And we all laughed because she works 7 days a week. She goes in on Sundays and she'll like dye wool, and while the wool is dyeing, setting or whatever, she'll go out and run the vacuum, and she makes sure all the bolts of fabric are pointed the right way, and just she's really particular on how her shop looks, and it shows because her shop is it's just gorgeous. She has everything like not by line, but like, okay, so what she said is, I thought this was interesting. So if she gets an entire line in, then she will display it all together, like in a certain spot in the store. I'll have it all together. And she said once she runs out of, a few of the patterns from that line. Then she disperses it, and it's all done by color. What happened? Oh, I think my computer died. Oh, shoot. Hold on, guys. Now I won't be able to see your comments. I got to plug in my laptop. But it was such eye candy. And she's not only really into quilting and has a million bolts of fabric in there, but she is heavily into, oh, I got another funny story for you. She's heavily into wool applique, and she has quilts that have, quilting fabric and wool applique together. And, oh dear God. I gotta let my computer charge up for a minute. Anyway, the other funny thing was this. So we got to bring patterns and product or whatever. We had a table that we could put things for sale on at the retreat, not at her store, but at the retreat. And so the tables were lined up against the wall. And then at the end of that table, there was a woman and her daughter that would check everyone out. And so you had to have like a list of your product and the prices. Okay. And so they were a great team. They were super sweet. I really, really enjoyed both of them. Dawn and, I can't think of her daughter's name. Shoot. I wish I had that kind of memory where you could remember everyone's name. Anyways, so on the last day, right before the retreat was done, I was talking to Rita, and she was talking about how she had this big trailer because she used to do retail shows a lot, and Dawn would go with her. Oh, I know. I was talking to Dawn, and I said, do you work for Rita at the shop? And she says, oh, no. She goes, we're just best friends. We do a lot of things together, and we've been friends forever. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. And so then later I'm talking to Rita, and she's talking about how she had a big trailer. Well, she doesn't do the retail shows anymore, so she sold her trailer to Dawn because it was bigger than the one Dawn had, or something to that effect. Anyway, and she said, now if I do decide to do a retail show, there's enough room for my stuff and Dawn's. I said, oh, Dawn's stuff. I said, what does Dawn make? And she goes, oh, you don't know? She goes, she's so cherished. I'm like, are you kidding me? This whole time, I don't know if you're familiar, but she designs wool applique. She designs quilting, but mostly wool applique stuff. I'm like, are you kidding me? This whole time I did not know that. And so anyway, when I was talking to Dawn later, I'm like, Dawn, I'm so embarrassed. I did not know you were so cherished. And she goes, oh, no big deal. She goes, this was about you guys, not me. I goes, you are just as talented as any one of us designers here. I said, you are multi-talented. It's like, I just wish I would have known, because I would have picked your brain about wool applique and stuff. But I just thought that was funny. I mean, I felt like an idiot. But I mean, I'd never met her, so how would I know she had a business? Anyways, and when I said that to her, her daughter was standing there. Her daughter goes, yeah, I kind of chuckled when you asked if she worked for Rita. She said, after you walked away, I said to my mom, evidently she doesn't know who you are. And I'm like, no, I did not know. I mean, unless someone introduces you to that person and say, oh, she is, her business is so cherished. Anyways, I just thought it was funny. So Rita was doing a retreat, hosting a retreat, which is a ton of work because she'd get done with the retreat and then she'd have to go to the shop and she'd, cash out and close out the shop and everything. Like, this woman works more than I do. And she told us she's doing a retail show Tuesday. Yesterday, she did a retail show. I'm like, oh my gosh, after having this retreat, it seems like you'd want to sleep for 3 days. Too funny. All right, I need water, y'all. I'm talking so much, my mouth is dry. Mm. All right, I'm turning my computer back on so I can see comments. I had no idea the battery was about to die, obviously. Hopefully my phone's battery's okay. I think to check that first. I'm curious, who is the guest designer for the Pacific Northwest retreat? Restore pages, yes. What's that mean? I don't want Photoshop. There's an echo in here. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to restore the pages here. Restore all tabs. Let's go back to, there we go. Okay. Lindy, Stitches, and, oh, Janine McGowan. Oh, fun. I love Stephanie. Stephanie and Janine. That's a good combo there. Sharing a room with Cheryl and Anna, and they are morning people. Oh, my kind of girls. I'm a morning person, too. You'll need to sleep for 3 days after the Portland retreat. Phyllis said she's been to Quilter Station. It's a wonderful shop. Hope I can go to the retreat next time. When do they usually do sign-ups? I'm not sure. I know, and I shouldn't say I know, but she was handing out the flyers for the spring retreat. And I didn't grab one of the flyers, so I don't know when. I would just go, I know what to do. Go to Quilter Station website, and she'll have a calendar on there. I know she has a spring retreat. I want to say it's in April. And then the fall one, I think, is the same weekend every year. But you could message her from her website and she'll let you know. When they ask if you were speeding, when they said slow down, when the guy was taking his driver's test and asked what the yellow light meant. Jan, that's funny. You enjoyed your time. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I think I'm caught up now. Colleen, I am not. I repeat, I am not a morning person. That is too funny. Well, you're bumming, especially if you're sharing a hotel room. You can't be quiet in a hotel room. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I love the morning. It's when it's quiet. Have my coffee, and that's usually when I stitch. I was telling them at the retreat, I like stitching in the morning, having my coffee, because stitching at night, I don't know when to quit, and then I end up staying up too late, and that's not good. I need my rest. Jan is not a morning person either. She's a night owl. That's funny. Daisy used to be, I get up early but end up going back to sleep. That's funny. So, Colleen, do you stay up late then? Well, none of you are going to get any rest then if you stay up late and they get up early. Y'all are going to be super tired. All right, let's just pump this up a little bit faster. No, I go to bed early. Okay. Unconfirmed night hours. So when you say you're not a morning person, it's not that you don't get up early. You just don't like want to talk first thing in the morning, and you don't get around real quick in the morning. Like, takes you a while to wake up. I get it. I get it. You know, this is the first time that I've done anything with mermaids and whales and that whole theme. And I must say it's quite fun. Mermaids are fun. And all the different fish. I mean, you can see I like to design things and paint things that are fun and whimsical. You know what I mean? Unless I'm doing an angel, obviously. But um I just think the fish, you can be really whimsical with the fish. You know, the sea creatures. I mean, you can make stuff up. They don't have to look real. Wait, where am I? Yep, I need my quiet time in the morning. Since Mark passed, it seems I sleep. I'm probably depressed and oblivious. Well, I hope you're not depressed. That's a hard thing to get through. Well, I mean, I think as we age, we require more sleep. I require more sleep now than I used to. I used to get 6 hours sleep and I felt like I was on top of the world. Now I really shoot for 7. And if I can get 7 hours of sleep, I feel pretty darn good. But, you know, and even when I was younger, if I got 5 hours of sleep, I still totally functional. But if I get 5 hours of sleep now, oh my gosh, my eyes burn all day long. I'm crabby. And all I think about all day long is going to bed. Like I can't wait till tonight. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think menopause just messes our system up so bad that we never recover from it. Oh, something to look forward to for all of y'all that haven't went through that yet. Well, it's different for everyone too, you know, so all right. That's still too wet really to be doing anything with. Did you finish the chair? No, I did not. No, was saying earlier that I'm going to paint it next week. I'm going to get up on Wednesday and I'm going to come down here and I'm painting on that chair until I get it done next Wednesday. Because that'll just be one less thing I have to worry about. Yep. So that's the plan with that. So that way, next Witch Paint Wednesday, you can see how far I've gotten on it. At some point, too, I got to get a hold of her. I'm supposed to meet Rachel from Floss Toss, Treehouse Fiber Arts. So her and Sue, well, Sue dyed the wool, Sue dyed the linen for the retreat piece for Stitch West. So I need to meet with her. We're going to do the exchange and do some lunch and just have a nice visit one afternoon. So I got to get with her on what day works for her. And we have the kids tomorrow. We pick them up. It'll be our first time picking them up from school. I cannot wait to hear them talk about school. It should be a hoot. All the stories they'll have for me. Oh, because trust me, I'll be asking. These are going to be the most fun conversations. Well, let me see. I almost hate to ask, did you finish the chair? Oh, we all nap in the afternoon here when we can, even the dogs nap. You know, I believe in a good nap. I can't fall asleep. I'll lay down, but sometimes, just laying down and just resting, it does me a world of good. I don't get to do it very often, but when I do, it does make a difference. It feels so good, doesn't it? There's no shame in taking a nap. I was thinking this morning how different life is, not in a terrible way, just different. Much more calm and often at peace. Oh, that's wonderful. More laid back. I mean, I don't expect anyone to believe I'm laid back. You are a busy woman for being laid back. But maybe when you say laid back, do you mean just an attitude and your the way you think and the way you function through the day? More chill. I believe it. Well, I mean it comes with age comes wisdom, and I think uh you realize that there's more important things in life than, getting this done or getting this done, and just half the things we worry about we can't control anyway. So that's what I keep telling myself too is um it's all in God's hands. So I just try to keep the faith, and he's gotten me this far in my career, in my art. you know I'm just gonna do the best I can, and what doesn't get done or what I can't do, it'll be okay. Not the end of the world, right? Yeah. I'm working on a floss tube today. We'll have it uploaded today, Major Hall. Nice. Cool, Daisy. I loved when the grands were little, we would have story time at bedtime. They had to start. They never got a story from Grandmoo because I'd fall asleep a minute into their sweet voices. That's funny. Uh, I know. They're also getting to the age, especially now with Easton potty trained and sleeping through the night, and all those were all the things that kind of held me back from having them stay the night. But now that they're older, I think we're gonna start having them come over on the weekends, here and there, and that'll be so fun. Fun times. I need to paint some of these little fishies. I miss those days. The grands are all grown up. Oh, have a good start on Remember Me from Patreon. I love it. Oh, cool, Jan. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Oh, I love that one. There were a lot of whimsies at this retreat. It was pretty special. People would come up to me like, "I'm a whimsy." It was awesome. Carol Saltbox and Pam Steph. Olivia B. Got to meet her for the first time. Uh, Linny, Linny and Roberta Lyle. I'd met Roberta at the Farm Girl gathering, but I had not met Linny, so I got to meet her. Um, of course, I've met Jean from the attic a lot at market, but we actually had, you know, then last night we had dinner. A bunch of us went out to dinner together, and I got to visit with her more, and so that was a blessing. Quite a few floss tubers there, and it was just so much fun. I tell you, Alma is such a pro at presenting and talking on the microphone. Like, she's so chill and laid back, and she talks with purpose, and she talks slow. Like, I get excited and I probably talk really fast. I don't know. Um, but I mean, I keep thinking, okay, this was my third retreat of being the guest designer. Alma has been doing retreats for a long time. So I know every time I do one, it's just going to get easier and easier, and I'm going to be more and more calm. I kept telling myself, slow down. Well, I wasn't saying slow down, but that's stuck in my head now, obviously. But like, don't talk so fast. And I always say this too, it's not about me, it's about them. I always say that. Like, it's not about you and how you look or how you're perceived or whatever. I want to give I want people to come away having oh God, what am I trying to say? Like really understanding the piece that I designed for them. Um, tell a story that helps them to relate more to the piece as well. So it was just really good. It was really good. But wow, she was amazing. I heard she's not going to be at market in March. Can you see that detail? I don't know if you can really even see it very well. Our youngest will be 13 this month. Aw. Jan, my grands are 14, 12, and 11. No more babies. Aw. You only hear from your oldest grandson now. Aw. I need, well, I could use a black marker, couldn't I? A nice thin marker to get her eye drawn in there. It would really bring her to life if she had an eye. Oh, the children. So fun. And I can't wait. Like, she's starting dance class. And she's such a little entertainer, as you guys know from the videos that I share. She loves dancing, she loves singing, and all of that. So, just hopefully she'll be good at taking direction and not like trying to run the show. That's my concern with her. I tried to prepare her for school by saying, Bubby does everything you tell him to do. I said, it's not going to be like that when you go to school. Like, these kids aren't going to do everything you tell them to do. So, be prepared for that. And I also told Bubby one time, I don't know if I ever shared this with you guys, but I told Bubby, I'm like, you don't have to do everything she tells you to do. I mean, this poor kid, like, he's just, he'd rather, I think he'd rather just do it than to have her nagging at him. But if I catch her like trying to get him to do something he doesn't want to do, I'll say, he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't want to, sweetheart. Like, and she gets kind of upset. Like, she'll, oh, but Grandma Gigi, I'm like, well, honey, I mean, I want her to have friends at school. If she's too bossy, then she might not have friends. More than likely, she's going to run into all the other girls that want to be the boss. So we'll see how that goes. Cutie patooties, that's all I had to say. Even though I lost my mom, a bright spot was getting to see my 3 grandsons again. Going to see them again for my birthday on October 9th. Oh, how wonderful. Happy early birthday, Phyllis. That's so nice that you're close with your grandkids. There is so much fun in every stage they go through. Exactly. My 14-year-old grandson is a freshman in high school, and he has a lot of potential in basketball. Can't wait to go watch his games. Oh, that's cool. That's fun. Oh, for sure. I think about that with our kids even. I mean, our kids are grown adults now, And I do miss those days of, having a bonfire. We used to come down here to the studio, to the pond, I should say, and we would, on Sundays mostly, we would get home from church and we would hang out at the pond most of the day and cook out down here and do all of these, such fun things. We would have an end of the school year party here, and they would get to have their friends over. We would transport them all here in our vehicles, Kevin and I. The night before, I would blow up like a million water balloons, and we'd have water balloon fights, and we would grill out down here. I don't know, we just had tons of fun with our kids. And, well, now I can do that with the grandkids, but I love also the ages that our kids are at, because they're adults and you can have grown up, conversations, and just to see them, evolve into um, adults is a whole different kind of relationship. I love it. Trying to really define these scales on her. All right, let's move on from her for a little bit and get something else done. Let's paint some of these funky fish. I love these fish. They crack me up. There's a starfish here too. I don't know if you guys can see it. I hadn't seen them in a long time, so it was a happy reunion for all of us. Oh, that's nice. Adult children are fun. They roll their eyes a lot and treat parents like they are way old. Isn't that the truth? Right? We were supposed to go to a concert last night. Yeah, today's Wednesday. We're supposed to go to a concert. Ryan bought us tickets. It was our Christmas present, and it was the four of us, Kyle, Ryan, Kevin, and I, were going to go to this Greta Van Fleet concert. Well, it was supposed to be in March, and they canceled it. And they rescheduled it for yesterday. Well, Monday, Ryan finds out that they canceled it again, but this time they're not rescheduling it, which is a bunch of, you know what? This is their home state. Greta Van Fleet is from Frankenmuth, which is like 20 minutes from here. And they canceled both their Michigan shows, which we were kind of like, what? This is your home state. But whatever. So Ryan was pretty disappointed. I feel really bad for him. So I said, well, we need to find another concert to go to, because we usually go to 2 concerts a year with them, and we've only been to 1 so far. That was going to be our second, but I'll have to figure out something else.
What day were we leaving again?
Monday. I guess the 10th.
Okay.
Why?
I need to remove more of this thing on my shoulder.
Oh.
I wanted to make it for the 11th.
Oh, your birthday.
There. That's first available. So
Really?
just have to push it off till we get back.
Well, we'll just leave the next day. Leave the 11th. Whatever.
What is on the 11th?
Leave the 12th.
Okay, let's go ahead and make it that.
Oh, gosh. That's a bummer. Bummer deal. My adult children are my neighbors too. Aw, so I get to see my grandkids all the time. That's awesome. Well, our vacation, we just lost 2 days of our vacation, but health is more important. So there you go. Oh, when I went antiquing on the way home, I found an antique sampler. I could have missed it easily because it was up really high, sitting on top of this lady's display. And when I was checking out, the cashier said, "Oh," she said, "this lady is from England and she goes back all the time." She said, "Matter of fact, she's over there now because of the Queen's passing, and so she wanted to go back." So anyway, she said she just put this in her booth. She said, "So you're very lucky that you got this." I was like, "You aren't kidding." I think I paid $179, and it is 2 samplers actually, a kind of medium-sized one, and the other one's really teeny tiny, and they were stitched by sisters. Oh, they're so cute. So cute. It's 2:30. I'm just going to keep going. I get it if y'all have to go because you got stuff to do, but I mean, I have to paint this anyway, so I might as well stay on and chit chat for those of you that can stay. I like that color. You're just sorting receipts. Missed the chat. East Coast Stitcher, hello. Just saying hi, gotta go. Hope you are well. Doing well. Thanks for joining us. Is the painting something specific? Yes, it is. It is. Wait, hold on. I'm just working while we chat, so I'm at my computer anyways. Okay, cool. Yes, this is something for the retreat I have at Stitch West. I'm going to take this piece and make it into something. I can't tell because I have to keep some secrets, right? Yeah, so I'll go for a little bit longer. Why not? I think I'm gonna turn the fan on though because I'm roasting. I'm loving the nautical vibe. Adam's family, I love that. Well, thank you. Yeah, I was just saying I have not painted. Well, I take that back. Back in the day, a long time ago, I painted like teddy bears, you know, dressed in sailor suits, that kind of thing. But I haven't really brought that into my current style of painting and designing. So yeah, I'm enjoying it as well. I'll probably, you know, use color pencils to get more definition and stuff too. That'll be like the final touch. Colored pencils just bring everything to life, I think. At least the way I paint with watercolor. Why not have a flower pot under the sea, right? That's what I like about folk art. It doesn't have to be real. It's so quiet. It's so quiet. Wonder if mermaids can be angels too. I don't know. I don't know. That is an interesting thought. I'm guessing not, but I don't know. Hey, if folk art, we can make it whatever we want it to be, right? You need a pretty seahorse. Yeah, not in this picture, but I have another drawing that has a. Oh, yeah. This doesn't have a seahorse in it, but something else I did has a seahorse in it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I agree. Seahorses are cool. So I'm painting that fish, just going right over him with the green paint because I'm going to paint him a darker color nose. It'll still show up. It feels really good to paint, y'all. It's been a little bit. Seahorses are so interesting looking. They are. Disappointed that I had to cancel Stitch West. Oh, I'm so sad. You will be missed. get it though. We can't do everything, right? All right. Okay. Let's do I have to pick 1 or 2 retreats a year. Budget and time off work get in the way of all the fun. LOL. Right? That was supposed to say budget. Oh, I read budget even though it says budge. I knew what you meant. That's too funny. I know. We want to do all the things. But we can't. Yeah, I mean, just time alone, let alone budget. So, oh yeah, I saw that. I have to message her, I guess. I don't know.
I can just put it in the.
Oh, I mean, I don't even know what picture she's talking about, to be honest. Just, I mean, if she has something specific, I can make a print for her.
No, she just wondered if they were stickers or framed artwork.
Nope. What?
The pictures at the beginning of your YouTube.
Right. I don't know
I'm not
which
sure.
video she's talking about. If she's talking about the Halloween one, I'd have to go back and look at the video
Okay,
to see
that's
what
fine.
I even have there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, guys. That was a while ago. I don't know. I don't know what pictures I put at the beginning of my video. Because I know I changed it out for Halloween. Anyway, it was one of my shops asking if the pictures at the beginning of my video was if they're stickers or framed prints. I mean, I can pretty much take most of my art and make it into a print if somebody wanted it. Anyway, but I don't remember what I have, without going back and watching the video. So I've got a Create Tube video that I worked on when I was in my hotel room by myself, because I had a lot of videotaping when I was doing the packing up the retreat box and all that stuff anyway. So I'll probably get that up this week sometime. And I'm hoping maybe Saturday I can do a floss tube, but I don't know. Depends on how many deadlines I can manage to get done between now and Saturday. We shall see. I hear there is this designer I really like that might be going there. I do see Acorns and Thread in my future in 2024, though. Yes, 2024. That's the plan, Stan. Oh my gosh. How exciting is that? It hasn't been announced, so it's kind of. I think I said it on here a couple weeks ago, didn't I? I don't remember. But, anyways, yes. That would be amazing. I love the soft colors of this. I'm really enjoying this painting. I gotta get a hold of Cheryl. I just thought of something. Hope I don't forget. So Kevin told me this morning they have 34 more orders to get out, to be caught up. Isn't that wild? I mean, what? Yeah, that Halloween book just sold like hotcakes. I never really understood that saying. Aren't hotcakes pretty much pancakes? What is that from? Like, is that from a movie maybe? I don't know. I'm doing the Acorns and Stitch West. Then that's it for me as far as retreats. I would forget. You have so much on your mind. It would be easy to forget what. I already forgot. I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh, you're talking about what I had on my video, probably. I don't remember what's on my Forget what you had to. Oh, what I have to tell Cheryl. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that's funny. Well, you know what I have to tell Cheryl? Or I shouldn't even say tell. What I have to ask Cheryl if she's going to want to do the quilting on a printed Bright Stars quilt. You know how Riley Blake sends them to her and she, it's a printed piece and then she quilts over it. Yeah. I have to, because I don't know when they're sending it, and I would just die if it just showed up at her house when I didn't even ask her if she would want to do it. So I'm afraid I'm going to forget to get a hold of her and say, hey, do you want to do this? I figured she would want to, but I don't want to assume these things. Oh, and then I really screwed up. Somebody that stitched something that I put in my Halloween book, I thought I had asked her permission to use her piece in the book, and I failed to do that. I feel like a heel because she wasn't sure if it was hers because I photoshopped a frame on it, and she wasn't sure if I had another person in my Patreon that had the same name as her. And she said because my piece wasn't frameable. Anyways, the moral of the story is I'm an idiot and I completely spaced it out. And I'm an artist, so I know how important it is to ask for permission. I appreciate when people ask me for permission, like if they want to enlarge something to make a rug or whatever. Um, you need to ask permission. If you're going to use someone's photo, usually you ask permission. You know what I mean? It's just courtesy because maybe they don't want it out there. So yeah, I mean, I know the importance of that, but in my craziness of getting the book ready, I guess I didn't ask her and I felt horrible about that. Yeah, it's quite embarrassing actually. She was very gracious, not a big deal, but still. For me, it's a big deal because I know how important that is, and I'm just, yeah, embarrassed. So wait, so your older sister is right now at Cheryl's, and she's going to the retreat too? No, you said you're rooming with Cheryl and Anna. That's right. Never mind. Never mind. That's right. Oh my gosh, you're gonna have so much fun. You won't want to sleep. You'll be having so much fun. The older is not going. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Well, I think just so much on my mind with everything that, things are going to fall through the cracks. I'm going to forget things here and there. And, like forgetting to ask Cheryl if she wants to do that. And then forgetting to ask permission to use this lady's, stitched piece in the book. Just these little things that they're just because I'm not saying little as in that they don't matter. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying things fall through the cracks because I'm just like ridiculously busy. Is Bright Stars the patriotic one? Yes. Yipper doodle. Hopefully I'm buying the long arm. Really? In a few months, and Cheryl wants to get Anna's sit-down quilt machine. She can do funner ruler work with the sit-down, she thinks. Wait, hold on. I got to reread that. You are, oh, that's awesome, Cheryl. You're going to get a long arm? Yay! That's super cool. That is quite the investment there. But how cool to be able to, you know, piece your quilt and quilt it all by yourself. You know, because we're kind of control freaks, aren't we? I'm right there with you. I don't know if you noticed that about me, but you have so many quilts you need to quilt. Yeah, man alive, you are going through that sweet painting. Thank you. Had to edit a little getting ready to upload. Sweet. I would love to sit down. I would love a sit down long arm. I thought you meant a sit down sewing machine. I'm thinking to myself, I thought they all were, but oh, a sit down long arm. See, learn something new every day. Yeah, watercolor is a fast way of working on a painting, I have to say. I'd like these to be white. Probably have to use white paint to get the center of those flowers to pop. Yeah. I'll get to it right. I like this little funky fish. I'm going to make him blue. He's got like a big snaggle tooth sticking out of his mouth. I don't have the space for a big long arm machine. Oh, okay. I have a pile I need to get quilted, but for now I just do it on my domestic. I would listen on. I could do a quilt on my domestic, but only on smaller quilts and panels. I have big ones that that you'd have to wrestle. Yeah. Right? Cool. Love it. Where's Heather today? She probably gave up on me, figuring I don't do this very regular anymore. Much easier on a long arm. Yes. Yeah, I just okay, this was before I got the message at that retreat from that lady. But I signed up for um, an EQS class. So EQS is a quilt designing program that I purchased. I don't know. It was the spring. I want to say it was March or April, and I haven't done anything with it. And I purchased a class, a beginner's class on how to design quilts using EQS. Yeah, slow down. I mean, it's one of those classes where it's you can do it at your own pace. You can do it anytime you have access forever. So it's not like something I'm going to do right away anyways. Nobody got time for that. But it's really, really hard to be a fabric designer and not design quilts. Like I have ideas. I have ideas. Let's just put it that way. And anyway, I must heed the Lord's warning. All right. Mostly what I have is the white, which I'm going to get some white paint out right now and see what that looks like. Oh, where's my stuff? Oh, it's over there in my other painting area. Yeah, I'll be right back. Yeah, the background's, I think, a little bit too white. Too light, I should say. It's a really light blue. So this white isn't even showing up, really. All right, well, this ain't working. This isn't working. Well, when I get my color pencils out, I can outline those. That will help. I have that little, you know, on the whales, how they have that blowhole? I know he's underwater, so the blowhole doesn't work, but it's folk, I remember. I can do what I want. Oops, I just stuck my hand in the paint bottle. EQS. I have Easter too, but it's not installed. Oh, you have EQS too. That's funny. I think mine's EQS 8. Pretty sure. Dadgummit. There we go. All right. I designed a block of the month quilt for my local quilt shop. That's when I decided I didn't want to make my hobby into a job. Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha. I have EQS. My version is pretty old, though. I have designed a few quilts on it. I've just gone back and looking at this. Wait. Where am I? Okay, hold on. I do have a friend that has a long arm, so she always lets me come use hers. Oh, that's nice. I did a keying years ago on my machine for my oldest grandson. Ooh, Heather is probably out riding her. Oh, that's right. I forgot she got a motorcycle. I saw that on Instagram. Was not easy, I bet. Speak them out loud. We have EDS. And I know you meant EQS. And then you put EDS again. OMG EQS. That's so funny, Colleen. And then Daisy said, I have EQS too, and it changed it to Easter. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I've not quilted in years. Everyone's having a hard time typing today. Oh, God, that's funny. I'm glad I just have to mess up talking. I don't have to type. Because, yeah, it's so annoying when it changes your words, isn't it? All right, this little guy. Well, I think it would just be fun to uh, design one like, and I'm not talking like make it a huge part of my business. I'm just talking about like design one for each line that I come out with. I think that would be fun. But that's how it always starts.
Huh?
Oh, I'm doing a live video talking to
Hi.
my virtual friends. Say hi to Kyle.
Do you need that
What?
fulfilled? Finished?
Yeah, there's 2 things missing.
Yeah.
Yep, go ahead.
Alright, okay.
Thank you.
Oh.
All right, Daisy, I will. I'm looking for some entertainment while I'm stitching and designing in the morning. Oh, wait until you see what I'm designing for Patreon for October. It's going to be fall, and they're very prim and super, like, prim and funny. Maybe not funny, but I think the one's funny. I love them.
So Madre,
Yeah, babe.
we got this one, but we are back ordered on that one.
Oh, that's right.
Can we send
I
it
forgot.
this-
I was thinking that was Newcastle Bouquet, but it's come to the garden. Let me look
The
real
bouquet
quick.
or bouquet?
Bouquet. What did I say? Did I say?
You said bouquet.
Yeah. No, bouquet.
I
Like a bouquet of flowers. I don't know.
guess you're right, yeah, but I'd say bouquet. Flowers.
A bouquet of flowers. Well, maybe,
Bouquet.
maybe it's one of those words where, because you know, people say things different in different
Yeah.
parts of the country. Although we're both.
Some people say science, other people say it's giants.
Some people say hors d'oeuvres, and some say hors d'oeuvres.
What? People say that for real? Or is
It's
it
a joke.
Okay. I was like, don't tell me you know someone who says that, because
Your
we're
dad
putting them in a home.
does this a joke. God, that's so funny. Let me look at Smart Press real quick and see if they've shipped those. Because if it's going to be a while, I'd say go
Right.
ahead and ship the order and just to send
I've been
one.
shipping everything so far that has it on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. Oh, well,
That's
then
that.
go ahead. Yeah.
But I mean, it'd be nice to know too.
Yeah. Let me look real quick. See what we got. I say perfume. My brother used to say perfume.
Yeah, but that's because your brother's not all there.
You say tomato. I say tomato.
Actually, I say tomato.
Tomato.
Yeah.
See? Yeah, they haven't shipped that yet. Oh wait,
Thank
tracking. When did they send me that? The 13th. Today's.
The 13th.
Oh, we should get them tomorrow then.
Okay, so I'll hold off on this one then.
Let me just copy, and I'm gonna go to FedEx and look real quick. FedEx tracking. Usually it's 2 days. Once they send it, it takes 2 days.
Okay. I mean, where's this going? Is it going to Egypt?
Track.
Oh, it's got to be somewhere.
Yeah, just wait till tomorrow then.
Just the shop name and her last name.
I thought it would be
I was
overseas.
like, oh, Netherlands.
Well, this is right, but what happens is I think they send it to somewhere in Ohio and then they send it to her.
Yeah,
To see
okay.
all these weird things you got to put on them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, zap, 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 zap.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, so hold off.
Yeah, hold off since they'll be here tomorrow. Perfume.
For what?
Someone on the live said perfume.
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 I forgot that was being recorded. Alright, so it doesn't need this one.
Oh, so Jan said the designing was very fun. It was the writing of instructions she didn't care for. So I would have a ghostwriter because Riley Blake Designs set me up with some people that they use to write their instructions. And so I wouldn't have to write instructions. It would be a ghostwriter, which I've already contacted her just to kind of tell her what I was thinking. And I haven't done anything, so she probably gave up on me. But anyway, I just wanted to reach out to her. So yeah, I would not want to write the instructions either, especially because I'm not a quilter and I would not be very good at writing instructions for something that I don't know how to do. Yeah, that would be the hard part, I think, is writing instructions for sure. So you got a little introduction to our son Kyle. He is doing amazing, helping get these orders out, and hopefully this will be we're hoping it's a permanent thing. He's adorable. I know this painting is going to get done today, which is good because it needs to get done today. Because I need to do something with it as soon as I'm done painting it. I mean, there's some shadowing and some different things I need to do still, but I'm just going to paint all these little teeny tiny, let me give you a close-up. I've got a bunch of little teeny tiny fish in there. I'm going to paint them all different colors like blues and greens and some yellows and some pinks or peach or whatever that color is I'm using. I need to paint all those little things. And then I'm going to get my color pencils out and do some fine tuning and some shadowing and highlighting, and then it will be done. Thanks, Teresa. Okay, so now I have to know, do you guys say bouquet or bouquet? Because, you know, Kyle brought up a good point. People say things differently in different parts of the country. But, you know, he's from Michigan, so you'd think he'd say it like I say it, but maybe not. You need a dory and a Nemo fish. No kidding. Well, I really enjoy this style painting and designing, this whole nautical theme underwater. I love it. So I can see doing more things, more designs with this theme. And oh my goodness, a clownfish, absolutely. And a little blue dory fish. I'm all in on that. That'd be so cool. And I like this little fish I'm painting right now. He's got a teeny tiny tail. And he's so grumpy looking. It's just so cute. Fish are, they're funky and fun to paint. Okay, so Daisy says bouquet. Bouquet. See, I say bouquet. Oh, Christy says bouquet. Colleen says bouquet. So we got, wait, Jan said second one. So you say bouquet? So we got 1, 2, 3 bouquets and 2 bouquets. That's funny. I've never heard anyone say bouquet. I'm sitting here listening to you reading and listening to my video. Oh my gosh. That's a nightmare, Daisy. That fish is me. You got a little tail and you got a grumpy attitude. Here, I'll zoom in on him. Oh, my phone says my battery's about to die. I'm gonna have to go soon. Where's my finger? Yeah, this guy right here. Isn't he cute? I gotta put shadowing and stuff on him, but he's got a little grumpy face, and I love his little tiny tail. Daisy, have you found a stitchy bird while antique? A sewing bird while antiquing? You know, that was the one thing I was really trying to find when I was antiquing is a sewing bird. And I did find one, but it was $195, which I thought was ridiculous. And it was kind of hard to see. It was in the bottom of this display case. Of course, in the glass, you know, so you can't see it very well. And I couldn't move it around. But it wasn't in the shape of a bird. It looked like it was probably like cast iron, but it wasn't the bird, and it didn't have the the little pin cushion or the emery on it. Emery cushion or whatever you call that. Didn't have either one of those. Ah, Daisy, you didn't find one. I tell you what, the best place to look is on eBay. Oh my gosh, now that I got this guy painted a little bit more. Okay, I got to zoom in. You got to see his little face. If I disappear, it's because my phone died, guys, okay? Look at his little face. Yeah, I'm going to be painting more fish. It's just too fun. Going downstairs to snap a picture. Cute fishies, thank you. These little fish are cracking me up. Oh, I got to show you this one with his snaggletooth. I need to paint around his little tooth and paint his tooth white to make it show it better. Look at that funky guy. Oh, the little under the sea creatures is just too fun. Where's my pink? There we go. Some little shrimps would be cute too. Have to iron it first. So Teresa, I have a famous designer ask me to model stitch. Wonder when my famous friend is going to. What? I have a famous designer ask. Wonder when my famous friend is going. Girlfriend, I have the idea. I have it sketched in my sketchbook. I just need time to chart it. I know Daisy's waiting for me to get something to her too. Well, I'm working on stuff for Nashville. And there's some things. So I did Hello Halloween. I'm going to be doing Hello Autumn and Hello Spring. Both of those will be at Nashville. I'm going to do Hello Christmas, but that's not going to come out until this time next year for, Expo. Yeah, that's the plan, Stan. I was, yeah, right. I knew it, Daisy. And not a fish. That's funny. Okay, so what in the world are you going to give up to slow down one wonders? Exactly, me too. It's hard to stop the machine once you have it in motion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have, well, okay, so what Linda told me is she's not saying don't come out with new releases. She's saying, but you don't have to come out with everything all at once. She's like, she says you have huge releases. You don't need to have that many things released at one time. So that was her advice to me. And it's just hard because I'm so full of ideas and inspiration, and when I get something back from a model stitcher, I can't wait to release it. I'm excited about it. Something I did think too was, instead of having, So when you have a release for like Nashville or Needlework Expo, there's a deadline. I mean, you have to have everything ready at a certain time. It has to be ready to ship. The books have to be ordered. You know what I mean? You're under the gun as far as deadlines. And deadlines are basically what stresses me out more than anything. So, I could do like, there's no reason I can't just have a couple patterns that I really like and say, okay, I'm just going to have a release. Maybe it'll be in June, maybe it'll be in, uh, July or January or something like that, where it's just going to be a couple things. Like whatchamacallit, over the sea samplers. No, um, what is it called? Not under the sea samplers, over the sea. Is it over the sea samplers? Over the, oh my Lord. Anyway, Nicola Parkman. When they have something to release, I don't, she didn't even do Nashville last year. She just, when they get antique sampler done and ready to ship, they just release it then. They don't, it doesn't have to be tied to a show. Hands across the sea. What was I saying? I was saying under the sea, over the sea. Okay, hands across the sea. Thank you, Christy. Oh, Colleen said it too. Thank you, guys. I make it sound like I have done so many. You are always welcome to use any of my Patreon that I stitch if you make more books and stuff. Thank you, Jan. That's so kind of you. I appreciate that. Oh, same with Brenda Givray. Correct. She doesn't necessarily release everything at a show, because that's the stressful time to release something, because it'd just be nice to like, oh, I got this done. When Kevin gets a certain amount of patterns done, we release it. So I'm thinking of going that route a little bit more. Not that I'm not saying I'm not going to do Nashville, and I'm not saying I'm not going to do New York Expo, but I won't have these two giant releases a year and then nothing in between. So I will keep those smaller. That's the plan anyway. That's the plan. Also, trying to maybe farm things out a little bit more. Like, I don't really want to have an employee here. Like Kevin said, I mean, if Kyle wants to continue to work and do that part of the business, the shipping and stuff, then that would free Kevin up. And he's like, well, that would free me up to help you a little bit more with, the things that I do. So anyway, we're thinking about it, and we're coming up with ideas and attempting to make a plan of some sort. So yeah, well, those little fishies are so cute. That will help Kevin. Yes, it will help Kevin too. This poor man was down here till 10:30 last night working. I'm telling you, we just never dreamed that Needlework Expo could ever be as big as that one was. I mean, it was bigger than Nashville, and we just didn't see it coming, and it threw us for a loop, basically. So I mean, it's all good. So we're very fortunate. But wow.
And for the post office.
Oh, I didn't understand that. Okay.
I don't know what we're doing for dinner.
We don't have anything thought out.
I gotta stop and see if I can find it.
All right, babe. So when we go to church, and we get groceries afterwards, I usually plan out the meals for the week. Well, I wasn't here, so nothing got planned. So we're flying by the seat of our pants this week on making dinner, and it's kind of frustrating, but oh well, we'll get through. Oopsie. I'm craving potato salad, but potato salad's not like something you just throw together. I might make that on Sunday. I hope it doesn't annoy you when I send you suggestions about digital patterns. I'm just thinking that you use that format. Wait, I'm just thinking you don't use that format, so won't know. You can always tell me to bug off. Oh, wait a minute, where am I at? Oh, thank you so much. You ladies are amazing. Now, what do you mean about digital patterns? You're talking about like just offering PDFs and not shipping everything? No, never feel like you can't suggest things to me. I'm not saying I'll always take it, but you never know. Or it might put a bug in my ear, and someday I go, gal, I need to do that. So I never, listen, I don't get offended easily. It takes a lot for me to ever get upset. So please suggest a way, because you never know what might click and what might work. Jan, no one's going to tell you to bug off, right? They might. Well, if they do, then they're the ones with the problem. Especially anyone that's, trying to offer advice to help someone out. Why would they ever get upset? I don't know. That's just not my style. Well, well, well. I have all the little fishies done. So we have been on here for 2 hours and 20 minutes. That is a record. I have never done, I don't think I've ever done a live that long. But let's see, I want to catch up here. When I send you messages like making the lines thinner. Oh, no, you're fine. Oh my God, remember when we were pushing you to get 5,000 subs? Look at you now. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. No, Jan. See, okay, so what happens is when I do black and white charts, I need the lines thick, because when I first started designing, I didn't realize you could change the thickness of the lines in my program. I didn't know that. And some of the lines were so thin that they were barely there. And so when I realized I could make them thicker, I made them thicker for black and white, and it works beautifully. Well, what I didn't realize is that if I want to make a color chart, those lines are too thick and then they run into the symbol. And I did not realize that until Jan pointed it out, because I didn't zoom in like really close and look at it. So that's just something that I made a checklist for when I make my patterns from now on, especially the books, because, in the Halloween book, I left something out. So I have a checklist now. Don't forget to put the stitch count, who stitched it, what's it stitched on, how many skeins of everything do you need? And then I put for black and white, thicken the lines, for color, thin the lines, so I have, and I'm starting to do an overlay. So when it's multiple pages, people like it when there's an overlay. So I'm starting to do that too. So there's all these things that I need to have a checklist for. And that's, so no. It's wonderful that you brought that to my attention. That's all good. Hey, whatever can make my charts better for you all so that you want to stitch them, I'm all for it. Absolutely. Thank you, Daisy. It has been nice to hang out with y'all. It has been nice. I appreciate you guys being here with me today. No, don't ever worry about making suggestions or asking me to, improve my charts, because that's awesome. And because I am stitching more and more, and but I don't necessarily stitch my own stuff all the time. Do I? No. Right now I am though. But I haven't stitched any of my color patterns. I've only been stitching my black and whites. I don't know. I don't have a problem with just stitching the black and white, and so I've been offering color charts. But then some people say, well, can you do black and white as well? Because I prefer black and white. So what I decided for Patreon, this coming month, I'm going to have black and white charts and I'm going to have color charts. Then I started doing where the whole thing is one picture. I'm going to start doing that in my books too, because I was talking to Jean from the attic. And she said, in your books, if you could put a completed chart all on one page, because she said she likes to take her phone and take a picture of it, and then she zooms in while she stitches. So there's all these things that everyone has a different way that they like to stitch. And if I can include all that, then I will. I mean, I'm not going to say when I make a book, though, that I'm going to have black and white and color. I can't, because this book was already, I forget how many pages, a lot of pages. And so I can't do that necessarily. But anyway, have a great afternoon and hugs to Mom and Jerry. Thank you, Colleen. It's a lot to remember. That's right, Jan. That's why I made the checklist. Thank you, ladies, so much for hanging out with me today. And I really appreciate your company and your laughs. It was great. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye. Where do I hit the point?